In one of his books, The Lamb's Supper, The Mass as Heaven on Earth, Scott Hahn makes a surprisingly absurd statement. The apocalypse remains a sort of Rorschach blot for Christians. Preachers try first to discern an order in the text. This is usually a fruitless effort, since the book lacks the ordering principles of a literary work, a conventional storyline, or an argument. Failing to find order, they try to impose order. The apocalypse doesn't need a storyline or an argument by which to order itself. Nor do interpreters need to impose order on it. Rather, the apocalypse presents its own simple system of ordering: seals, trumpets, and bowls. However, there are two aspects of the apocalypse that tends to confuse interpreters: a recapitulation and an amplification. The recapitulation is when the apocalypse stops forward chronological progress, backs up to a previous point in time, and starts moving forward chronologically again. The apocalypse does this at the end of chapter 11 and the beginning of chapter 12. The way that we can be sure that a recapitulation occurs at this point is that the same details occur before and after the beginning of the start of the recapitulation. For example, the beast is mentioned before and after 12:1. When they have finished their testimony, the beast that comes up from the abyss will wage war against them and conquer them and kill them. Apocalypse 11:7. Then I saw a beast come out of the sea with 10 horns and 7 heads. Apocalypse 13:1. God establishing his power is mentioned before and after 12:1. For you have assumed your great power and have established your reign. Apocalypse 11:17. The Lord has established his reign. Apocalypse 19:6. God's wrath is mentioned before and after 12:1. But your wrath has come. Apocalypse 11:18. Go and pour out the 7 bowls of God's fury upon the earth. Apocalypse 16. And the judgment is mentioned before and after 12:1. And the time for the dead to be judged. Apocalypse 11:18. The dead were judged according to their deeds. Apocalypse 20:12. Later we see another phenomenon, which I prefer to refer to as an amplification. In chapter 14 of the Apocalypse, God's wrath is presented symbolically as a grape harvest. Then the Apocalypse describes this same event in greater detail, using the visions of the pouring out of the 7 bowls, the judgment of the whore of Babylon, the battle of Armageddon, and the battle of the millennium.